Hey, G219 to help it back and better. Y'all know what it is. First, I want you to hit that like, hit that subscribe, and donate to that channel if you want to help out, man. Let's get these subscribers up there, though. 474, and I thank each and every one of you. I thank each and every one of you. You are great. But, man, to hit 1,000 would be amazing. 10,000 would, man. Let's get some followers going, guys. Help me out. Share my videos, my posts, whatever. Please help me out. But it's November 26th, 10 o'clock in the morning, man. Still doesn't matter. Today's story is going to be about a story that had a man that was running to the gates of hell while he was dumping gasoline on himself, basically. Not at first, though. But when he got there, he might as well had. But this young man, we're going to call him Pony Boy. Alright? Pony Boy ended up being arrested for a DUI or something rather not serious, so nature of a crime, going to the county jail because of some things that happened in the county jail. He ends up getting put in a maximum security prison to fight his a misdemeanor case. Oh, he'd been charged with a B felony at this point in time. That's irrelevant, though. You know, this kid was fresh out of high school, went to the military, and would just come home and trouble would find him, it seemed to be. And he wasn't a bad kid. He was always a good kid growing up. And he wasn't bad until they made him be bad. So Pony Boy, he, like I said, right out of high school goes into the military. But that's not very long held because by 19, he was in prison already. So he was fighting his very serious case from a maximum security prison. And after they convicted him, found him guilty, sentenced him to 20 years for a B felony, possession of a weapon behind the walls of a prison. I'll tell you one thing. If they convicted everybody that got caught with one for that, everybody in prison right now would be sitting there with life sentences and beyond, because you have to carry them in a lot of places. So Pony Boy, he makes his way through the prison system, but he's a young white boy. He's not going to take any crap from anybody. And as you guys know, I do not condone any of the racism, nor does Pony Boy. At one point he did, but no, he does not. Pony Boy ended up finding himself locked up for 20 years. For 12 of those years, he was in an isolation cell. They kept him in MCC Division, Westville, Maximum Control Center. They kept him in the shoe, Wabash's the shoe, or Pendleton's hole. But mostly the shoe in Wabash is where he spent most of his time. That's brutal lockdowns, guys. That's 23-1 if you're lucky. That's a whole kit and caboodle. I mean, the man went in as a child, grew up to become a warrior inside those walls. One thing he was not going to do, and that was become a victim. He was never going to become a victim. He was seeing guys victimized daily, sometimes multiple times a day. He wasn't going for that. you're going to have to take it from him. And he made that very clear. Nobody took anything. Needless to say, he held the reins of the president of a very prominent prison gang in the Indiana prison systems. Now, it is a white gang, but so him and I come from completely different lives. Him having been in part of a white organization, me, we would have been incarcerated to get together, and I had been on count with the gang I had been affiliated with, we would have been bumping heads a lot. He would have been calling me a race traitor. A lot of people thought I was, but and that's had nothing to do with a race traitor. I despised, first of all, on the beliefs of the hating racism. It despises me. It's despicable. And if you fall under that line, you need to fall off a boat, because there's no room in this world for this racist crap anymore. There really isn't, guys. But behind those walls, there is. And Ponyboy, he made it a point. He, by all means necessary to survive, and he did just that. And you guys have heard me say, guys, you only do 2 days in prison, the day you go in and the day you go home. And it's because of people like Ponyboy or my boy Cletus that I've told you about. But Ponyboy, he, man, was a warrior. Yeah, definitely was not something to be played around with. 12 years in segregation, holding the president of a very violent prison organization, the number one violent prison organization at that time anyways. Excuse me, guys. Allergies, I don't know. But Ponyboy's story didn't end there, man. Not any. Heck, it had barely gotten started there. What's crazy is you guys think I'm going to tell you something Ponyboy did was horrible or horrific. No, I'm not going to. This is one of them feel-good stories because, you know, there's a whole slew of people that are watching YouTube prison-related content, and being given information that's incorrect. People just don't know, or being told incorrect information. You can vote as a felon. There's a lot of things you can do as a felon. Another thing you can do as a felon is get your record expunged as long as you stay out of trouble. You have to stay out of trouble. As long as you do that, you can get your record expunged. Once your record gets expunged, it's like it's not there anymore for most people. I mean, FBI and cops and stuff like that can still see, but you know, law may be changing again next year to where they're not going to be able to see anything. I don't know. It gets changed all. That's irrelevant. But Ponyboy is a cop. From convict to cop. I mean, it doesn't get any sweeter than that. I mean, excuse me. No, like I said, when I was a child, I wanted to be a cop. Watching cops constantly, I wanted nothing more than to be a cop. You could have asked me until my 7th grade year what I was going to be when I was going to grow up. There was nothing but a police officer. Well, and I met Detective Swickard of Portage Police Department. And, yeah, he's a lying scumbag, and he told me, got my friend to believe that I admitted to some things And my friend admitted to it, and we actually hadn't done it. We really hadn't done it. So, my buddy seriously only said, yes, we did it, was because he thought I confessed to it and that I was on my way to JDC. So he said, I want to go to JDC, juvie, with Nate. And that's the only reason. That lion-ass detective, Swickard, still disgusts me because, man, I do honestly believe he has a huge role of why my life went so different than the way it was projected to go. Nothing was a problem until Detective Swickard lied about me and my friend. But back to Ponyboy. Yeah, Ponyboy's a cop. He managed to jump out of prison. The day he came home from prison, he went and enrolled into college for law, and we're going to do an interview with him, so he'll tell you 100% of what he did. But I just wanted to do a brief story about what I'm going to be doing an interview on. I am going to be trying to do some interviews with people, but the goals are to change a soul or two from going down to the gates of hell, like Ponyboy, myself, my boy Tommy and Cletus, and so many other of my friends and your families have gone down. Or if it's you out there that got that needle in their arm right now, man, it ain't worth it. Or maybe it is. Maybe this is where you need to go to prison, because I know had I not went, I'd have been dead. So, I just wanted to get that one out there, guys. People can make a change, and if that's not a change, I don't know what is. From con to cop, and not just any con. Like, he was the con not to play with. He's the con that they warn you, don't go in the cell with that guy. Yeah, he was for real that guy. But he is also that guy right now. If you're hurting or anything, he'll give you the shirt right off his back just to keep you warm a little bit longer for whatever reason. Ponyboy, you're an awesome man. Thank you for giving me permission to do this, and can't wait to do this interview. But hey guys, if you like this story, let us know, because this interview is going to be coming. I mean, whether you like it or not, we're trying to get these subscribers up there. So hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that channel if you want to help. This is Nate G219. Never forget life's choices, and if they ain't hating it, you ain't making it.